Hey guys, this is Sam, aka Drift Idiot, 1/3 of the Maximum Driftcast team, the most popular Driftcast to ever be filmed in my living room 2 weeks ago. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for listening, watching, just tuning in to our pilot episode, and for coming back this time. And please don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, check us out on SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram, and also please subscribe to the Maximum Driftcast YouTube channel here. We're going to be doing semi-weekly or bi-weekly or weekly update videos. We don't know yet. We're all still very new at this, if you couldn't tell by us screaming over each other nonstop last episode. But hey, this one's better. We're getting better. Again, thanks so much for being here, and enjoy this episode. So here it was a few weeks back, and I'm driving my 04 WRX STI.
Yeah.
And this is right before Christmas, so I've got the antlers on the car. I've got my Rudolph antlers and nose. And I've never really driven this car aggressively because I got the drift car, and this is my street car. I don't want to screw with it. Right. But it's raining outside, and I'm at my favorite corner in like an industrial park.
Hold on, where's this at? Is this a secret?
I got a secret corner.
Never heard about
near
it.
the industrial
secret
park
corner.
where if I like do a new mod on the drift car, this is where I go and just do a little fire burner around the corner.
Yeah, you give her a little ripper, don't you?
It also is the corner of a McDonald's, however. Right at the apex of the corner is a McDonald's drive-through.
Nice.
And so it's late in the afternoon, driving the 04 STI. It's got the reindeer nose and ears on, and it's raining. So I'm like, I'm going to give this thing a little bit of gas around this corner. I figured it's all-wheel drive. It'll save me. So I give this thing a little rip of the pedal around the corner, and let's just say it oversteers a little bit too much. And I fucking hit the curb.
You became chem block for like a good 2 seconds.
I was chem block for 2 seconds, then I went back to Drift Idiot, and then I hit the nose up against the curb, directly facing about 10 different cars in the drive-through, and they just all look at me in shock and disgust and amazement. I think some of the kids in the cars might have been happy because Rudolph just fucking face-planted into the curb.
They were probably like, "Look at that middle-aged old lady out there sliding around that."
It was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. So that immediately backed up and got the fuck out of there. And then about for the next 6 hours, I felt terrible. I was unhappy. It was.
Why would you be upset about that? You just put on a show for like 6 kids. I'm sure they still to this day.
What was the damage?
It was fine.
Okay, well, it's not that bad, I guess.
Nothing. Anyways, welcome to Maximum Driftcast.
Hey. So that's the name of the podcast now, because last week or 2 weeks ago we were unnamed, and now we are a Maximum Driftcast. Not Minimum Driftcast. That was our original idea. Was like maybe we want to be the least Driftcast you have them all, but here we are.
We're right there, just above the minimum. Our maximum is low for most, though.
So median Driftcast?
Well, for us, it's a maximum. For most people, we'd be like a more of a mediocre mid-range. So for us combined, we're pretty solid. We're a solid
Again,
team.
Yeah, like we said last time, the 3 of our knowledge base is pretty much the equivalent of like 1 informed person. But we're going to share our lack of knowledge with all of you. So what, Corey, what'd you do since last episode? What have you been doing?
Well, I actually got some motivation. At SEMA, I had to throw the boss together, and last minute shit. Like,
you're throwing your boss together. Is that like a robot boss you got? What do you mean?
Yeah, the robot boss, the Rocket Bunny Boss 14, obviously.
Everyone knows what's a Rocket Bunny Boss 14? Tell me about that.
It's a Rocket Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
It's a boss kit. Mm-hmm. On an S14 chassis.
So that's the one with the roundy headlights, the blue and the
blue.
orange.
That's the one people know as Nissan Cuda.
It's the one that people either really, really hate or really, really like.
So at least people are talking about it.
Yeah,
they either hate it or you like it, and I think it looks rad.
Thanks. Yeah, so anyways, it wasn't running at SEMA, obviously.
What do you mean, obviously?
Wait, it was funny because I was like pushing it, and I'm like, God damn, I just look like another one of these guys out there. But end of the day, we got it in there, and I put a stock T56 in it, just to make it look solid, make it look complete, and
so it had a transmission in
it,
but no drive shaft. Probably.
Right, no drive shaft.
How many cars would you say? This is something I didn't even know until I went to SEMA. First and only time so far that I saw that about, I don't know, would you say half or more of the cars don't actually run?
Go to SEMA on loading day. Because you'll see everybody
pushing.
with 6 other people just pushing their cars in and just like, all right, that one doesn't run, that one doesn't run, that one. That guy had a rough idle and he drove it in. But other than that, yeah, I'd say 80%, 75% of them probably don't run. And I was guilty of that. I was one of them.
And then like the proud people, like just like the Ford factory area driving their stock cars, like scoot right in, like flipping the bird to all you guys with your non-running cars.
Yeah, but anyways, I got the motivation this weekend to pull the non-functioning transmission out of it so I can get ready for the G-Force and things like that. But yeah,
what's a G-Force?
Yeah, explain what's a G-Force.
The G-Force dog box transmission, the 4-speed NASCAR gearbox that everybody in Formula Drift is running.
Is that what everyone's pretty much running now in Pro 1?
Yeah, they're running. Well, in the K-Sport car, we had the Tex Racing SR1, and that's what Forsberg used, and that's what Castro used. That and the G-Force, it's the same type of dog box. It's like a top feed.
So I don't really know. This is the idiot question.
Oh God,
idiot question to the episode.
Stop.
No, dog boxes. So do you still push in the clutch?
Only to take off, right?
It all depends. I use the clutch every now and then. Like if you're really going through the gears, you don't need to. But
yeah, that's one thing.
It's a very light press. You can just maybe push it down 1/4 of an inch. I just did that because I didn't want to fucking blow a dolphin or something.
The thing about the dog box transmissions, and actually they're called dog box because the gears
they woof.
Well,
woof,
yeah,
woof.
That's kind of like what they do. So the gears are what they call straight cut gears.
Right. Yeah, like you have in your reverse, which makes your reverse gear sound all wonky.
Pretty
in
much.
Your car.
So what you do is that you slam it into the other gear,
and that's the other thing.
And it bites.
Like
a dog.
You don't baby shift one of these. Like the hard, you want to throw it hard.
Yeah. Well,
but those gears wear out a lot. So that's the thing. You have to if you want your dog box to last, you can use the clutch and kind of make it
when I first
easier,
drove with it, Forsberg and all those guys were like, you have to stop shifting it like a bitch. Like literally, that's what they're saying. You got to be more aggressive, but still, you can use the clutch conservatively just to kind of, make sure it doesn't add any additional wear and tear. And the amount of times you're using the clutch is much less than what I was using in like the T56.
Yeah. What? So do you have a spare? How fast are these to change out if you?
Oh, we did it within an hour. We did that. Yeah, Irwindale 23, and it's a lot smaller. The other thing too is that the dog boxes are much smaller, lighter. It's way easier and more convenient, especially at the track. Yeah, taking this T56.
I think a lot of drifters also. I think they only hold it with 4 bolts. And they just boop, 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 they take out the whole thing.
So that thing it's not running yet. It's almost running.
It's almost running. Yeah, I'm just waiting on the transmission to come in and. Just got to get it tuned. We got a bunch of parts we're throwing at it, but it's just, being involved with sponsor stuff. Sometimes it takes some time to get product, or if it's a built-to-order product, it takes some time. So that's really what
sponsors are lazy. Who's your least favorite sponsor?
Drift Idiot and Paco Ibarra.
I don't know.
It's a sick burn. Speaking of Paco Ibarra, have you done any work on your turds recently?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't necessarily worked on them, but the good thing is
slept on them.
Just stared at them for a while.
That's what I do.
No, we're doing a dyno run on the van. I was actually going to do it this week, but probably it's going to happen next week. So am I going to have a little online contest, see how...
Are you aiming for 140 or 150 horsepower?
I'll be lucky if that thing is putting 85.
85
to the wheels.
Well, as long as you put in some octane booster, some high octane...
Lucas oil. Anything Lucas... Lucas products.
Some NOS energy drink on the gas tank.
Well, now we know neither of those companies are ever going to give us money for this show.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I'm not saying that
was a free plug.
It's called a free
plug.
It's a great product. I'll be honest. Car stories... Oh, Sam, what have you been doing for your life? Well, I'll tell you. When I was first driving cars, I drove a 93 Ford Probe GT.
That is awesome.
2.5 liter V6, not a big deal.
You mean a Mazda?
Oh, yeah, it's like a Mazda 6.2.
It's a Mazda 6. Well, it was equivalent of what was that then? The 6 something.
So I...
MX-6.
One good story about that car, this 93 Ford Probe GT. I loved it at the time.
I didn't know there was a possible to have one good thing to even say about it, but sure enough for you to leave it to you to find something sweet to talk about.
I thought it was really sweet at the time.
There were cool cars back then.
How many babes could you fit in it? You probably had 4.
All of them.
Probably 4 babes.
My mom told me this was my mom's car, and I loved watching her drive it, and she fucking drives, as you can attest to. Maybe if she has an S2000 now, she rips.
She said almost broke her neck off when she banged third gear.
Yeah, she rips in her S2000
She's a stick
now.
lady.
But she had this Ford Probe GT. I always wanted it, and I actually sold my 5.0 Mustang Fox body for it. And going back even deeper in time, instead of the 5.0 Mustang, I almost bought a 240 SX as my first car. As a 16-year-old. Only because my dad's like, rear wheel drive is cool, son. You got to get one. And I was like, all right, I've got like $1,500. I can get a Fox Mustang or a 240 SX. And for me, it was like, well, this is where you can get a 240 for $1,500.
Yeah.
I was like, well, the Mustang's got 300 torque. The 240 SX has like 100. So I was like, oh, that's an easy question for me. I imagine.
And you're like, Dad, I want Mom's Ford Probe.
Yeah, well, that was later. But the funny part about the Ford Probe is my mom almost bought a fucking Toyota Supra, and she told me it's between a Supra and a Probe. Wow. So my fucking jaded car history, my mom would have bestowed upon me eventually a Supra instead of a Ford Probe. I would have been so much cooler.
Dude.
No, I think you would have just wrapped it around the tree.
You would have yard sold that thing within the first week.
I still spun out my front wheel drive Ford Probe all the time. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
And the only bad part about that car is the name. I wanted to call it like the Ford Death Striker.
That's not a bad name.
I mean, I think they screwed up.
I think that was the original prototype name for that.
Did you know that
the concept car?
I think it was supposed to replace the Mustang. Was the original?
Yeah,
idea.
it was actually the first generation.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yep, that was an official replacement for the Mustang. It was gonna be a front-wheel drive Mustang.
Well, imagine the Vaughn getting RTR Ford Probe. That would be pretty sick.
I don't know. I
mean, that would be
maybe
nuts.
Pitch it to him.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it'd be concept.
If you think about it in retrospective, Shelby, after he was done with Ford, he went with Chrysler. And so during the 80s, there was Shelby front-wheel drive versions of like the Shadow.
So we can thank Carroll Shelby for the Dodge Neon.
Yeah,
thanks, Shelby.
Shelby Neon.
Neon SRT4s were little fuck. I hated those things because right when I got my WRX, my first one, my 02 WRX, my bug eye, I thought it was the fastest, coolest, sweetest car on the road. And then some little punk in an SRT4, like on a freeway on-ramp, just smoked the crap out of me with his disgusting sounding exhaust. Like the terrible pops. And I thought it was the fastest car on the road.
You probably were.
Next to the SRT4.
Damn it.
Smoked my buns.
Yeah.
Dang it.
But, I mean, like, seriously, and this is a question for the audience as well. When was the last time you saw an SRT4 on the road? Never.
Can you do the cricket sound? Do the cricket sound. No. The one on your phone.
It's not even
plugged in right now.
Plugged in.
Hold on. Hey, Paco. That's my cricket.
I feel like Spanish crickets sound different. They
Paco,
go like,
what's the
Creak, creak.
There it is. Hey, you guys want to talk about some drifting?
Yeah.
Yay. Wait,
God, Paco, what did you see?
Huh?
What have you seen going on?
What's going on in the Paco radar?
What's going on in the Paco realm on the drift? The whole drift society.
On my corner of the news, I would say there's been a lot of buzz going on about Yokoi. What's his name? Masahi Masahashi.
Yokoi from don't
get his name wrong.
No, I'm being serious. What's his name?
He's gonna listen and be like,
guy with the silver and blue sweet S15.
Yeah.
That only
slayed
ran
it.
only ran FD 1 year last year.
He pretty much brought like the authentic Japanese style back to Formula Drift.
Watching last year, my two like favorite stylistically people to watch were Forrest Wang and Yokoi.
Yep.
Because they both just threw massive angle and like really aggressive style, but still very different at the same time.
Well, Yokoi still uses the stock e-brake.
That's incredible.
Are you serious?
Yes, he uses a stock e-brake.
Wait. Hold on. So stock handle, but like separate caliber?
No. He uses the regular, real
it is nuts.
240S.
No.
Well, I mean Sylvia.
Wait.
Sylvia.
Are you saying with like 240SX calipers on the back?
Yeah. Well, the factory Sylvia caliper.
Yeah.
It's just attached to his.
Yeah.
That's how badass Yokoi is.
How is that possible? Because
I don't know.
Because Japan.
Hey Yoshi.
I tried that on my drift car, and like I have to rip so hard to just get like that thing to lock up.
Have you seen Yokoi's right arm?
He's like a real strong.
He's the Popeye. Guy. He's the Popeye of the Formula Drift community.
It's all about the style. It's all about like dude. How old is he?
Old enough to party.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Guess.
Well, the other thing too is he still runs modified front knuckles. He's not using Wise Fab. He's not using any like this.
Dang.
The crazy.
The fact that he was able to make it. He didn't make it to the finals.
Well,
Orlando.
he podiumed.
Did he podium?
Yeah,
Texas.
He podiumed.
Oh, damn.
Yep. And didn't he? That was it. Well, I mean, yeah, but he also won Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, rookie's kind of like an understatement.
Because he
It's
has
like,
been drifting in Japan.
Yeah,
for a long
he's-
time.
That's like the Daigo Saito.
Daigo
Daigo Saito
yeah.
Rookie of the Year brings us back to those days.
And
but
that was he was Rookie of the Year and won the championship
Yep.
that year? Or no, was that the year
That
before?
No, that was
Yep.
the same year.
Rookie
Same year,
and
Rookie of the Year
champion.
and the
Nice.
championship.
it was ridiculous.
They should probably reclassify Rookie of the Year to not people that have been drifting on the toga since 1980.
that would be racist.
So Yokoi unfortunately is
So,
not coming back because it appears
yeah.
that Yokohama, his main tire sponsor, is not doing the American thing,
Wah,
American
wah.
circuit.
And I wonder if that's exactly what it is, because a lot of people like that's the gossip. Like there's everybody saying like, oh, he's so faithful to Yokohama.
I believe it.
Yokohama.
But it probably all has to do with money, like everything.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well, of
absolutely.
course. But what I'm saying is like, I mean, the cars. I mean, I don't know. Did they took the car back to Japan?
I think it was at Tokyo Auto Salon. I think it was on display, so it may already be back, but I'm not 100% sure. But I did see photos of either that car or a similar
Or
car
a clone car?
at Tokyo Auto Salon.
Who else was on Yokohama? Was there anyone who?
Yeah, there wasn't. What was Field was on
Maxis.
Maxis. I feel like there was another person.
I don't know.
I think what was his name?
What was Essa running?
Jeffrey Steven.
Oh, I think
Tyler.
Essa wasn't Essa
Essa
on.
was on-
Yeah, he was on
on
Yokohama.
the Camaro.
Which
Wasn't
Essa is now going back to BMW. I hear
Wow. Yeah,
Yep,
that's
from you. If I heard from you earlier.
Everybody.
Oh, did I enlighten you with that information?
Essa hated the Camaro.
Whoa.
People hated the Camaro.
Chevrolet, the car of the future.
And don't get me wrong,
He
I
would've
love
killed it in
Chevys and I
NASCAR.
love Camaros, but that was the most
No,
awful.
there's something
car.
going on. I don't want to blame the car because McQuarrie can kill it sometimes. Am I?
Okay, but
Wait, no.
this is what happened.
I
He got
always get it mixed up in my mind. JTP Mustang.
Essa got the
McQuarrie.
car. He got possession of the car like I think at the end of January.
Yeah.
Or beginnings of February.
Yeah.
So he barely had time to put it together. I'm not saying like the car wasn't put together right. It's just like it was like a new car, new power plant. Everything was totally against Essa, and you could tell like his performance last year was like terrible.
It hurt my feelings. It cringed a little bit to watch the runs where like it was very slow, nowhere near clips. You could hear the car was just crying.
Oh, that's the other thing.
yeah,
it was the
it
most
was-
horrible sounding.
Which I don't know if
LS
it's broken or
I've
if it
ever
was just
heard
like
in Formula
it sounded
Drift.
like it was just always in need of a solid retune or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, from my understanding, it was a fairly stock Camaro, and I think he was literally running a stock LS in it or something similar, just with the supercharger
Okay.
on it.
So what
So
if
I
it-
remember, actually, I do remember. I don't know who posted if it was Road Race Engineering or something like that, but I think midway through the season, either at Seattle or after Seattle, he went back to get it tuned, and it ended up like being just over like 600 horsepower. So you can't imagine what it was before
Yeah.
that.
So if he was running it in like 2012 FD, it probably would have been okay.
No, I would
but,
say,
like,
well, Forsberg last episode said he was cranking 400 horsepower
First year.
in like first or second year. So
Yeah.
he might have killed it back then.
but I mean, everyone had 600 up until the Daigo crisis.
Well, I mean, if
Yeah.
we can talk about Odi Bakshis, he claimed he had 650 horses,
I do believe that, and I've seen Odie's
and,
car.
and I believe it.
But I thought we all decided that was maybe a little bit of an understatement.
It could be, but knowing
But that car's
Odi,
probably light.
knowing
That
Odi,
car is mega light.
Yeah, it's got to be the
he's-
lightest S14.
He's like a very, very like he's not like a very pretentious person. On the contrary,
no, that
he's
guy's a
just,
real
like,
jerk.
super.
Have you ever talked to him? He's
I can only
always-
get like 3 words out of him, and it's
Yeah.
like "F you, Corey."
Well, thanks for that, Odi.
But his baby's real cute. He's got
Yep.
Yeah.
his wife and his kid are always out there. Not always, but they're out there supporting him.
Well, his wife's a spotter.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
cool as
that's a
hell.
pretty cool
Yep.
team right there.
His baby is his
His
chief
spotter.
mechanic.
Yeah, the lead crew chief.
Yeah, they're like, all right, baby, take off this transmission.
He's a chief mechanic. No, but I was like, yeah. So he has low horsepower, very light car, perfectly suspension
Yes.
adjustments.
That's what I
And
was
that's the
just
key.
going to say.
yeah, because he has rally experience.
He's a
and-
wizard when it comes to
And
suspension
yeah,
setup.
whenever I see him drive, I just want to know how his S14 is set up as a S14. Hey, we're both S14 owners now,
Yeah.
Corey.
Yeah.
We cheers.
Can you tell me, for those watching the YouTube video portion of this, I've got a Viking goblet.
And I have a Ariel cup from Little Mermaid.
Little Meringue.
That's
Paco's
a
just got
regular one.
boring ass rocks glass.
Thank
We're
you.
all
He's drinking apple juice out of that one though.
water.
So
What is the
What
biggest?
is-
What is life, Corey?
where do we come from?
What is the the biggest, most important? Obviously, you are going to be running an FD Pro 2 car. What from going to like a stock S14? If you're a new guy, this would have been very pertinent to me years ago, and it's still pertinent to me now. But stock S14, aside from like a locked differential, which I think is necessary. So you got to weld that thing or get a limited slip. What would you do first? Coilovers?
Well, yeah, I would suspension. First thing, coilover, suspension arms. That is the biggest. I feel the biggest thing, and like I think a lot of other FD guys and pro guys will vouch for that.
Yeah,
is you can take away a lot of grip, or you can add a lot of grip with that. And a lot of these people who are running like stock KAs or even Paco in your van, I think you'd be, a big person to talk about this. As soon as you started modifying your van, once you had the ability to adjust alignment to take grip out, was the
first thing I did, suspension, and that's the only thing I've done so far, and that thing drives completely different. It still has the same shitty power.
So wait, you're able to slide with maybe 80 horsepower.
Okay, that thing factory was 130 to the crank. Factory. So this thing has over 300,000 miles on it.
And our good, low horsepower is one thing. But like I drifted with my 200,000 mile K with 120, 130 horsepower.
Yeah.
Our buddy Brian Young in the 8-bit Miata.
Oh yeah.
He's got very low.
He dynoed something around 86, 87 horses to the wheels though.
Yeah. So lightweight, low power.
I
going
believe
with the OD theory is that you don't need, 1,000 horsepower if you're going to have a well-tuned lightweight car. What, Corey, your pro car? What how many speed holes have you drilled in that thing?
Oh God, man!
All of them.
Like I said, it was like a Swiss cheese block flying down the racetrack.
And I heard that's the new name for the car.
The Swiss cheese block.
The old cheese.
The old cheesers out there. Look at the cheeser out there flying around.
It's
well,
a
I'll
blue
tell you
cheese.
this: the first year of FD when me and Dustin kind of went through the car, the thing weighed with me in it like almost 3,400 pounds.
And that was 200.
It was the second heavy.
That was 200 pounds of your spaghetti.
That was 200 pounds of my spaghetti, but I think it was the heaviest car in FD next to Conrad Grunwald's Camaro.
Because he keeps just a bunch of chicken wings in his.
Yeah, he keeps the whole state of Texas in that thing.
Dang.
But yeah, we were the heaviest car that year, but Conrad would argue with me that heavy is not bad because he could have run a 315 rear tire.
Yeah, you can swing that thing around.
He can swing it. But the other thing is the following year we got it down to 2,800 pounds, and it was noticeably different. Like,
was it harder to drive?
No, I thought it was way easier. It accelerated better, stopped better, handled better. Overall, it increased the performance of the car.
You had the same power, but you didn't have the supercharger.
Well, yeah, yes, we dropped about I'd say 100 horsepower and 100 foot-pounds of torque, but it honestly felt faster.
Yeah,
it felt faster. So I think if you can bounce that correctly, you don't need 1,000,000 horsepower and 1,000,000 pounds to run a 315. You can chop some weight out of it and run a smaller tire and get as much grip out of it as you could with the 315 weighing 10,000 pounds.
So kids, what we're saying is, let's say you're a 16-year-old listening to this thing right now, and you are driving around your mom's minivan or a Chrysler Sebring or whatever. If you want to make that thing more performance-oriented, what you want to do is you want to throw out that spare tire, throw out the jack, throw out the back seat, throw out the passenger seat, that dashboard, you don't need it.
Nope.
Tires, go to the tire shop, your local Paco. Do you got a name for those the shady tire shops?
What do you call those?
Llantera.
Carnicerias.
That's a mistake.
What is it?
Llantera.
So that's what. So go down one of these things, get some like 165s put on that rear end.
Yep.
And now mom's van is fucking
the tofu
These
fucking
whips.
drifter
Oh,
ripper.
yeah. So do
That's how it was
that. Do
born.
that, kids. Don't kill. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not responsible for anything you do.
You're gonna get 60 emails from these angry parents ready to slaughter
my
Drift
son
Idiot.
ripped out the dashboard and the parts of that car.
the minivan.
If you do decide to do that, please put that somewhere on the internet. We would love to see it.
And say that Paco Tofu Drift Fan inspired you.
From the
Oh, yeah,
what
just
was the tire place called again?
Blame the Mexican, right?
Carniceria.
Llantera.
Go to your local Llantera.
What is that? What is the what's the translation?
Actual translation means tire
place.
Tireria.
I was hoping it was
Tireria.
I was hoping it was something a lot cooler, like the Scorpion Stinger.
No,
I do like Tireria.
Tire.
I think that's when you go through a shit ton of tires.
I have Tireria.
Oh, why didn't Corey make it through that the last half of his second qualifying run? Well, he had Tireria.
He got rid of all of his tires the last couple sessions.
He just
so.
dumped all the tires straight out.
Right on the
His
track.
liquidy pile right on track. Oh god.
I heard his diff hole was hurting.
His what hole?
Diff hole.
Diff hole.
I thought, whoa.
All right.
Hey, yo.
What? I feel like we had some more drift facts.
So I think that led from obviously Yokoi leaving, Formula Drift, Yokohama out.
There's some cars.
The Camaro is being a big piece of shit. That ESSA kind of.
Whoa, easy.
ESSA's Camaro was kind of a
Chevy
wonky.
is going to sponsor us.
They're awesome. Chevy's
we
great.
still don't know if Conrad is bringing back his Camaro. I think he is, but I haven't heard anything.
It's not confirmed. Conrad, if you want to call us up, let us know.
Send us an email at what's our email? Do we even have one yet?
http
http
/JTP
cute at Hotmail. No, it's Hotmail's.
Hotmail.com.
Whoa, Paco, come on.
Zing, zing, zing.
Keep the zingers to a minimum. No, so if you have $40,000 right now, you can buy yourself a Pro 2 at least drift car because we noticed on the interweb that Josh Steele, one of the highlighter cars. Did he drive last year in that car?
I think he was in Pro 2, but not sure.
Because I remember that car being in Pro 1 a few years ago. Cause I think this might have even been when
but there was no Pro 2.
Matty Powers was driving because he had like his Tiger highlighted car. Josh Steele, I think, had Tiger highlighter car.
He had yes, and they who went like full. Wait, no, I'm sorry, I got confused for a second. But
get it together.
Come on, Pac.
But you can buy for $40,000. You can buy this V8 S14 that is
LS2 S14 NOS.
Yeah,
and includes a full enclosed trailer.
Yeah, it comes with the trailer. I looked it up, and it says this is from our friends. I don't know if they're friends. Rec Magazine might hate us, but we saw this in Rec Magazine. We love you, Joey.
Yeah, hi Joey. Just the trailer itself, it's at least worth $10,000.
Yeah,
8 to 10 grand.
And then they said like 10 sets of tires and like 10
spare
sets
wheels,
of wheels. I think so. It's like if you want to take out a big loan as like an 18-year-old, and we know a couple cool 18-year-old drifters.
Well, just think about it. Like there's kids right now they buy a brand new Honda Civic.
Yeah, I mean, at the
fully
door.
loaded. It's like what 30.
Honda Civic's probably 30, but like I've seen kids my age, kids back when I bought my first WRX. I bought that thing used for like $18,000 and I could not afford it. I was making like $200 to $300 a paycheck. And
but you were running an honest life.
Yeah, and then I was making like $1,000 a month, and most of it went to my car. But I've seen like kids that age taking out huge loans for like a WRX, and that's like a $30,000 car.
Oh.
So it's like, if you got $40,000,
and they thrash and beat the shit out of it anyways.
Yeah. So
next week you'll see it on the racetrack with 400 miles on it.
Yeah. What we're saying, kids, is don't buy a responsible daily driver. Get a $40,000 loan, buy Josh Steele's car, and make it to the very top, tippity top of the drift world. Because you can do that. Other car for sale. We saw that. That was an SS car that's for sale. The
Justin Pollock Ford Mustang.
Oh, the Mustang. The Mustang.
J. Brad posted it up, and I don't know.
But that's like $80,000.
That's and don't get me wrong, that's $100,000 car. Like legitimately, it is
built in America. Y'all,
built in America,
idiots.
Yep.
The word in the street is that car was actually Jim Guthrie's car, which a lot of people know. Jim from Pro-Am. I think that car was blue. And I'm not sure.
I saw the one he flipped over.
Exactly. I'm not sure. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
What?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same
He's not
car
saying
or
it.
not.
We're just asking the tough questions.
You heard it here first. But I believe that's the same car that flipped in Vegas 4 years ago, Corey?
Yeah, that was the last year they ran in Vegas.
Yeah.
2012 or 13.
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, don't quote me, but I believe it's
quote by Paco. Start the quote, Paco.
Yeah, I believe it's a different body, but it was pretty much like the same.
All right, end quote.
Did you guys record that?
It's quoted. Corey,
but anyways, yeah.
Corey, what are you looking up on your phone?
Yeah, because there was another Mustang for sale. I think it was. So there's the Jim Guthrie Mustang, but then there was another Mustang. JTP's old Falcon Tire Mustang.
That's what I was talking about.
No, that's
there's two different ones up right now. There's two different ones. I'm trying to find it so you can see it.
JTP's black Mustang from 2015.
Yep.
That's Jim Guthrie's car,
right.
painted blue.
And there's another
Shut your
JTP
mouth.
Mustang up for sale.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I wanted to show you.
Okay,
I just want to
okay.
get confirmation, so it'll take me a minute to find it.
Is he
you gentlemen can carry on.
Carry.
we're gonna see some 2015 Mustang 2015 Mustangs this year. 2016 maybe.
2016.
But I mean the new body style.
Vaughn is bringing the new one.
Vaughn's that car. So if you guys were lucky enough to see it at Atlanta, he took a rip out in his what do you call it? It's not the spec.
Spec 5?
Spec 5, yeah.
No, concept. I think it was, well, yeah.
But it was in his monster livery. He took a rip around Road Atlanta and that thing last year, and it was awesome looking.
I think it's so insane.
So I've never, as I said earlier, I owned an 88 Fox body Mustang. It was one of my first cars. But I really liked the way they looked. And honestly, as like a JDM lover, of all things lover, the new Mustang's kind of like, it gives me a little...
Yep.
Because, I mean, there's no other... Aside from maybe the FRS and the Hyundai Genesis, there's not really a rear-wheel drive, somewhat affordable car out there, and that looks any period like it's not a rear-wheel drive, somewhat affordable car.
Especially the 4-cylinder turbo Mustang.
Yeah, and the Mustangs just kind of look cool. I would not be embarrassed at all.
I wasn't
as a JDM fan. I would not be embarrassed to drive. I would still put TE37s on it. Definitely.
Oh, dude, yeah. I was gonna say, like,
you got to put some Japanese wheels on it.
I was always a fan of like the classic Mustangs, but when they, like even the 5.0 was still the Fox body was still a pretty cool car in my opinion.
I think when they say 5.0, we all kind of assume Fox body, even though the new ones are 5.0.
There you go.
That's the 2010
Corey's
championship.
showing Paco the post.
Winning Mustang. Okay. So Vaughn won the championship in 2010.
We'll see if we can link a photo of that on the video.
I don't know. Fact, we should call it Forsberg. He knows exactly.
No, I think Vaughn, when Jared gives him the credit, 2010 Formula champion. We could double check that. Okay. Yeah, see, look at.
We'll fact check that.
Wait, so that Mustang is. Wait, so JTP. Read it out loud. Just tell me. Look at what does it say? So Corey's currently looking at the Instagram of who is that?
Well, it has Justin Pollock doors on it, and it has the traditional Von Gittin style X livery on the back half.
This is the picture by.
And it's Jonathan Bradford, so he does all Falcons media and marketing and race division.
Did, because they don't do that.
And it says, another satisfied customer in the Falcon Tire used drift car sale extravaganza. 2010 championship drift car going to a good home.
So the Mustang that's for sale again is what you're guessing is this car that was the Mustang that Vaughn won the championship in, then sold to Pollock, and now is for sale.
Maybe.
I thought Vaughn kept his cars. Has had like a collection of all
that's what made
Mustangs.
me wonder that. But
I've been in his garage area, and I know he has a couple of those early Mustangs. He's got an all carbon fiber one, I think.
Hold on, I'm doing some Googling right now.
I haven't seen that one. But anyways, yeah, the new Mustang
2010 Formula Drift champion Von Gittin Jr. So yeah, that is the championship winning car. So I guess Falcon owned it and then just sold it to.
Does it say in that picture that I sold it?
It's sold, but it doesn't say who. But he's pointing to Justin Pollock's name on the door.
Okay, well that seems kind of like a red flag.
So hey yo,
so you might be able to own. Maybe we're not verifying this, but we're putting the connections together. You might be able to own Vaughn's 2010 championship winning Mustang now for $80,000. We could be completely wrong, and if we're completely wrong, then the internet will surely let us know.
Yep, I sure hope.
Leave your comments below.
So what? Cars are being sold. Josh Steele, this one, the Jim Guthrie flipper.
If you guys want to buy a piece of Drift Today history, I will sell my blown SR20 S14 for
I'd say
$39,000.
There you go. I was gonna say $12,000, but $39,000.
I'd say well, if the Josh Steele one is $40,000, I'd sell mine for like $39,000.
That's close.
So let me tell you some things about it. It's got 4 blown coilovers. That's why I was asking earlier about the coilover thing, because I think I need new ones for sure. Because the ones that I bought in the car were like some name I've never heard of. I think they're like knockoffs. They're knockoffs of knockoffs.
Okay.
And I think they're broken when I bought it.
Jockey
and now
Saki.
I would not believe that, Sam.
And now after going off track so many times at Firebird Raceway, now Wild Horse Pass Motorsports.
Ranch
of fun. Going off track and just hearing the loudest thumps and noises. I imagine I might need some new coilovers. Hey, by the way, I got some great condition used coilovers for sale.
$39,000.
Never been drifted.
Drift tax.
So
$5,000.
So speaking of being a kid getting into drifting, do you guys know any really cool younger dudes that got into drifting and are freaking killing it in Formula Drift and nailed the heck out of last season and was probably
I don't know, one of the best looking drivers out there, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh God, he has. I would
What's
say.
his name? Is it
Something Alejandro?
Alex? No, it's
Alejandro.
Alex Alejandro.
Alex Alejandro. Yeah, he's from Sweden or Spain.
It's Honing.
Alex
Hoonigan.
Whole handle.
Whole head.
No.
It's Alexander
Holdenfield.
The great. The second.
The third. He came over the boat with Christopher Columbus. What was that guy's name? Oh, here we go. Let's see this. Hold on. Here we go. Hey, how do you say your name, guy?
Alec, and I was calling because I was trying to get the subscription online to Daddy's Girl, and it won't work. And I'm trying to, like the subscription, it says 18 plus. I entered my credit card number. All I'm trying to do is watch some nice porn.
Oh boy, guy.
Can you put all my other previous porn subscriptions?
I don't know who you are, but can you put Alec Hohnadell on the line?
Yeah, is Alec Wholehead around? Is he available?
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Alec.
I really hope we get him on the phone.
He'll be over here in a second.
All right, cool.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry about the confusion.
Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for getting this taken care of.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Alex.
Oh,
hey! God, that was
man.
Was
that
yeah, some weirdo answered the phone at first, so
yeah,
sorry about that.
What was he saying?
Nothing important.
So how do you say your name?
All right.
Is it Alex Hohnadell?
Yeah, give us the proper pronunciation.
I mean, it's either Alec or Alex. Sometimes Alan.
Is that?
What about
Hohnadell.
Alejandro?
I don't know how Alan gets mixed up in there.
Alan's not a bad name for you.
And that's obviously Icelandic, right?
Yeah.
You know, I just go with it. I'm like, yeah, my name's Alan.
It's Bosnian.
I feel like a businessman whenever they say it.
Yeah. So where's that name originated from? Is that from like Czechoslovakia? What is that?
Zimbabwe.
Well, Alec is named after Alec Baldwin.
Okay.
Yes, I knew it. I knew it.
You owe me $20.
So what's happening there, dude?
The last name's Italian.
What's going on? What are you doing? It's what? You're in Florida. It's almost midnight there. What are you doing up so late?
You know what? Just waiting on the girlfriend to come over.
Oh God!
Gosh.
Hey man,
you know how it goes.
Drifters can't have girlfriends. You got to dedicate your life to your car and nothing.
Well, he's prepping the pony before she comes over.
What does that mean? Why are you guys laughing?
What are you talking about, Sam? You don't prep the pony before anybody comes.
I don't prep the.
What are y'all doing?
What's going on with your 2016 ride? If you don't have to tell us.
What's
everything.
happening in your world, Alex?
Tell us everything.
Well, I'm leaving for Vegas Saturday, and then this will be the first time I've actually ever seen the car.
Right.
What's
the
going
cage is done.
What's going on in Vegas?
So,
I was gonna say he has like a
drug
addict and a gambling problem.
Yeah, but why in Vegas? Man. What's in Vegas?
That's the porn subscription. But so I'm going up there to try to get the seat fitted right, so it's like set and ready to go, and then the steering rack and column and all that good stuff and pedals. Since I'm going with different pedals that are on the floorboard.
So you're having your car built by the Forrest Wang people, the Get Nuts dogs.
Yep, Get Nuts.
And you're on
basically
Team Wang. Is that what they call it? Team Wang.
Yeah, Team Wang.
What is different than 2015? What's going on this year?
Staying with the V8 Magnuson. I know a lot of people are upset.
Why are they upset?
They want me to go 2J, but
they
want me to go 2J, but the heart of America lives in the V8.
There you go.
Especially the LS.
And you were killing it.
And why would you change that? Yeah, after
yeah, I mean that car is so fun to drive.
After having a successful 2015, I feel like you don't want to go to something completely different. So, how would you say you're improving over last year? You going lighter? You going
stiffer?
The car would definitely be a lot lighter. My last car weighed 3,250.
Holy shit.
That's a big girl.
That's a big old tank.
We're just saying that
you were a fat old girl.
Corey's first iteration of his 350Z was like what,
3450-ish.
But that's with 200 pounds of Corey in there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No. See, the heavy cars just don't do it for me.
Well, the other thing too is how long did you run that chassis before you brought in the Formula Drift? You've had that for what, 2-3 years maybe?
I ran it
More.
in Pro-Am, and then the first season FD, and then the next season of FD.
So you're going to a whole new chassis this year?
But the car was built in 18 days because due to like a wreck. So that's why it wasn't really a great chassis to begin with, because it was drifted for about 7 or 8 years
Jesus.
before I had it, and even people that work on Achilles' team, 3 of them fucking had it.
You're
So it's
talking. You're talking about your 2015 car that you drove this last season that you ripped
Or the
in?
year before.
Yeah.
So
that
you-
car was a sloot.
So you ripped around. So it sounds like a worse horror than the Retax S13. That's
Oh God!
So this car that was
It
abused.
definitely compares.
This car that was abused by everyone, you still podiumed with and went nuts on all these guys in fresh factory built essentially cars, and you were able to rip around in this beat up village.
You rip out the
Tank.
old girl.
Hell yeah, man!
You had some experience.
What's going to be so much different about this car if you can go into details? Your 2016. You said you're running the same engine. What else are you doing?
So all the car itself is just going to be a lot better due to Get Nuts and all the fab work, and then still staying with stance, but they're building me custom one-off coilovers just for this car, and then still staying with light fab. Really, the weight and the weight distribution of where everything's going will be the key points to this car.
Yeah.
And so basically almost a replica of Force S15, but we didn't have time to get an S15, so we went to S14.
Is that one of your goals to get an S15? I really don't know the difference. What's it? Have you driven the S15? What's it like compared to your S14, or at least your previous one?
I only drove his old S14
Right.
on low boost,
Yep.
and I drove that car better in the first lap than I did all of the season in my car.
Even with a 2J,
It
so
just
you
felt-
still rip the 2J, even though you're a V8 driver?
Yeah, it was my first time ever driving a JZ motor, and actually that car was so much fun to drive. But I don't know, for FD I'd rather have the easiness, I guess to say, about the LS and how easy it is to drive and the throttle response.
Yeah, I remember hearing.
But for a practice car,
Sorry, go on.
huh?
I was gonna say that.
I was
and
just saying
everyone-
for a practice car. Oh God.
Ah, God, here we go.
Yeah, Sam,
you go.
stop.
You go. No, I was just gonna say that real quick. Charles Ng in Irwindale, because he drove for us S14. I remember hearing him like get out of the car and like after his first run that he looked. I don't want to say better than he looked all season in his G37, but he looked really tight, and he was afraid. I think going into the first run. At Irwindale.
Well, he got top 16 with that car, right?
Yeah, he just ripped.
Yeah, that car is nasty.
Yeah, that car is
You-
obviously set up
Do
well.
you think, and I'm kind of like plugging Get Nuts a little bit right here, but you think Garrett has a lot to do with how nice Forest cars drive?
Yeah, I think Garrett's definitely a master mechanic with what he does. I'd give him any one of my cars any day of the week and have him do anything to it and not even think twice about it.
It just sucks
He's
that you
one of
have
those
to put out with
mechanics
him.
How many?
Yeah, I just
Did you say put out with him?
Put
gotta
out with
get
his
on the knees
bullshit.
sometimes.
Oh. How many nuts would you say Garrett's gotten?
Since you've been with them.
For one season, I'd say at least 4 ball sacks.
4 nuts.
Whoa,
One including me.
Oh boy, we weren't talking ball sacks. We were just talking almonds, chestnuts.
Chestnuts? That's not even good either.
Have you sold a lot of peanuts since you've been teaming with Get
Again,
Nuts?
your accent, Paco. If you could just say peanuts.
Peanuts.
Thank you.
Team Nuts? I like Team Nuts.
Oh, there you go. Wait, what?
Alec, what
Team
was
Nuts
your?
for the motherfucking win.
There you go.
Tell us what's your first time drifting. Tell us your first drift experience. This is a question that I love hearing from the dudes that kick ass nowadays. Tell me the first time you sucked or was awesome, or was it your mom's minivan?
With no seats in it. Because you
So
listen
my
to Sam.
very first experience ever.
Yeah, first drift experience, whether intentional or not. Your first time drifting.
So I bought a single cam S13 matte black on some Steelies. Got it for about $1,000, and then I didn't really know how to drive stick, and I drove with the e-brake up, not even knowing. And I was like, this weird smoke was coming off the tires. I thought the car was about to blow up. Anyways, I went to this. It was like a trailer empty lot, but it was all dirt. And so since the car had an open diff, I just decided to try some rallycross.
Hell yeah.
And so I went drifting in my single cam hatch, around this boat yard and almost nailed a trailer and hit a rock, and I got some air.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
And,
Yeah,
busted the radiator.
the old trio.
We just got to look at, you told us a story earlier, Sam, about you flying through the McDonald's parking lot. It's like,
Last
imagine
week.
what people thought when they saw this maniac.
Was this out in the open, or did you have spectators?
No, it was actually like we have to open up the gate, and we had to code to it since we had the trailer back there. I was like, no one's around except for my friends, and I just went and tried to do what I could.
But you didn't go full
And it didn't
ham.
work out too well.
What did you break? Shit?
Huh?
Did you break shit? What happened?
Yeah, I busted my radiator due to hitting a rock.
That's not bad.
So, how long ago was that?
Yeah, I mean, man, I was 16, almost 17, I think.
It's like
And-
1 or 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
just
A
going
couple
to say,
years
that was
ago.
probably like last year, 2 years ago. You were
Because
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's one of the things we wanted to bring into the conversation. You're kind of like bringing back like the whole young driver.
And sexy. You're bringing sexy back.
There you
Yeah.
go. You bring that too.
Well, first,
But-
how old are you?
How old are you right now?
I'm 20.
Jesus, you're not even drinking legal.
Well, wait till he turns 21. He's going to turn into like everybody else with the dad bod, and you better take advantage of it while you can. Well, if you don't, follow him on
I know, I'm trying. I
Snapchat.
feel like I'm fucking 80
Hey.
already.
Hey, Alec, how's your Snapchat been lately? What have you been posting a lot of?
Oh, you already know. That Snapchat
What?
game go hard.
He does his gains. He shows his gains every week.
Hell yeah.
He shows your tattoos. It's
My
yeah,
waffles.
his waffles, his
There you go.
dog.
What kind of pre-workout you taking?
Or those blue waffles?
Well, I want to hear the whole thing.
Yeah, what do you-
what's your
waffles for
pre-workout,
Max.
man?
What's your pre-workout? What are you taking? What supplements?
Is it
Man,
one-
what is it called?
is it
It's
one of
got a
those-
grill on top of it. I just got it like 2 or 3 days ago.
So-
and
It's
stuff's
gorilla
insane.
juice.
So yeah, the whole supplement game is kind of funny because like.
Oh, I'm on a meal plan. I got the supplements. I
Well,
got
Jesus
creatine,
Christ. I was gonna say like
glutamine.
they get banned every year because like a new company will come out with a new supplement that they can sell before it's
Because it has like
approved.
methamphetamines
Yeah, it's got, like,
and like
a
crack.
little bit
and-
of meth, a little bit of steroids.
I had some like pre-workout company try to sponsor me
What-
for
and
drifting.
you said
I
hell
was
yeah.
like,
yeah, you're like load me up with that
I was
shit.
going to, but it's like never been tested or anything. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
That's
take it.
90% of them. That's the
Doesn't
good
matter.
shit.
Take it.
Well, well, if you put it that, well, this one was in like stores, and I was like, I mean, I thought about it. I was like, is it worth my life?
Yeah,
To get a
probably.
supplement?
So are you trying to go for
Well,
the
I mean,
strongest
most
guy?
likely.
Are you trying to go for the strongest guy in FD, or what's
That's a
your
new
goal
award
with
this
it?
year.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
a
be
new award.
Osmo with the look.
It's a fan favorite.
You're never gonna do that. Ozmo's got. Are you gonna get chin
I
implants?
know, I'm
Because unless you get chin implants, Ozmo's
Every night,
gonna,
I'm just working my chin.
yeah, you work out the
Keep
chin.
biting down.
Do you know if you are probably the youngest guy who has podium yet, or was it Gucci back in the day?
Oh,
I
Gucci was a
think
young.
King Gucci was the youngest
I think
to
it was
podium.
so
Gucci
young
was
when he
13, I
started.
think.
I think he's still
Yeah,
13.
He's the only guy who hasn't aged out of the whole field. Like you could look at like
The
Vaughn
whole-
Yeah, no, he's still like
Forsberg,
13.
The whole mat field.
the whole Matt
There you
Field.
Oh, Forsberg. I looked at some videos of him like 07, and him and Vaughn.
Those
Vaughn
guys
aged for the
look.
better though.
Those guys look so good when they first started FD. They
Oh, they were
No,
young bucks, man.
Vaughn definitely needed to age a little bit.
Tony looks
yeah.
pretty much the same. Vaughn pretty much lost a really weird looking goatee.
half of on.
Chris gained a full lumberjack beard,
Yeah.
and Ryan Turk still looks like
It
he's
looks
16.
exactly the
12.
same.
Yep.
I mean, I'm trying to get the beard going. I want to be part of DA. You know, it's like a secret fetish of mine. But
Not so secret
I gotta
anymore.
get the beard
Got
going
it.
first. Get
Can we
some
timestamp that? Let's
sponsors, you
timestamp
know.
Uh,
that.
You heard it first
that's,
here.
That's going to be a soundbite. So how you're 20 now? When did you first start drifting? Not so much seriously, but when did you first take a car to the track with the intent to?
Purposely
Uh,
drift.
Yeah.
I think I was 17 at the time.
Shit, dude. So you've gone
And
from 0 to FD in 3 years, essentially.
Yeah, I sucked so bad. I really did.
So what was? I'm sure the like this is where we're getting the attention of the 17-year-olds out there. What changed from the day that you sucked to like the day where you were FD
Podiumed.
material? Yeah.
To the day you
I mean,
podium,
aside
like-
from car, but physically in you, like how did you accelerate so fast?
Like coming into this or 2015 season, what changed?
I mean, I would just say like, from so I'm still at the guy at the track sucking really bad.
But you've only been doing it for 3 years. So
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I've only had like 15 drift days now. But what? I know it's a tough question, but like, what was the greatest growth for you? What did you learn from day one that really accelerated you?
I went to Takayano school.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
For,
And that's Drift
yeah,
101.
like,
I think that's what it's called, Drift 101.
yeah, Drift 101.
Yep.
At Willow
And
Springs
then,
or whatever? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we had Justin Pollock come out also. And
I haven't heard of him.
Two FD instructors. Yeah, you know what? He's one of those Ford guys. You just, I don't know. You can't understand him.
Yeah.
You got the rednecks.
Yeah.
Just poor people.
Nice.
Can't stand it.
So Drift 101.
Alec, not interested in driving for Ford anytime soon. Go on.
So you went to Drift 101. Taco and JTP helped you
There
out.
goes my Ford sponsorship.
Well, do you think it's something that they taught you that caused you to grow so fast, or is it you just had that moment where you're like, I fucking got this?
And
now.
we're just really asking,
I
not for
think
me,
my
it's
previous
for a
racing
friend.
helped a lot.
And that's the other thing. Yeah, we want to definitely talk about that.
So you were, yeah.
Your dad told us that you used to be like
Wave Race
champion,
64.
like you were a champion on a wave runner.
Wave Race
Jet
64.
ski.
Yeah, I did
The Nintendo game.
I started off with motocross when I was 4, and then I
Wait.
did that for 10 years.
Wait.
I made it to like,
4?
You started at 4.
yeah.
Jesus.
I'm
What,
still-
Sam?
I'm
What,
still
That's all
Sam?
I've ever done.
Sam,
I've
what
never
were you
played
doing at
football,
4 years
never
old?
Played soccer, baseball.
I was shitting my pants.
At 4, I was still trying to clean myself up at 4.
I probably had like 3 girlfriends at that age. Too.
Whatever.
He probably had so many gains back then too. He's probably still taking pre-workout since the 4 years
He's
old.
been paying
got that
alimony
wave
since
of
he is
phone,
6.
You gotta fix the hose back.
Corey, I think you really just hit on the truth right there. He's been taking workout supplements since he was
4 years old.
So he had hair on his chest by 5. He had his
You know, you
balls
gotta
were
inject
dropped.
Just massive.
His-
5 years old. He's driving.
He had a huge Adam's apple and his voice dropped by 8.
How many?
I got this,
How
Dad.
many girls you were pregnant by the age of 9?
How many girls you were pregnant by 9?
Yeah, I was counting at the age of 6. I don't know what you're talking about.
So but then you were a championship
Jet ski.
I don't know if that were you a championship jet skier? You were a very good one at least. Right?
Yeah, jet ski. I
Wait.
won the world championship on, and then
World championship.
I had a few incidents.
What league is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. So hold on. What's the story behind the World Championship? What would consider it as a World Championship?
Is it timed racing? Yeah, what is it?
It's basically, so you have these red and yellow buoys, and I can't remember which one means which, but one means turn
So
right,
long
one
ago.
means turn left. Yeah, I mean, my memory is horrible after all these concussions.
Okay.
And,
Holy shit.
We're not laughing.
And, yeah, I'm not even going into the other injuries I've had. Gotta keep that on the DL.
Can you go into all the injuries you've had?
Yeah, I've been very careful about what I say with them,
Fair enough.
about them, because, yeah, I don't want anything to happen.
Like-
You know how it goes, physical parts and all that.
Oh yeah.
I've been beaten up a lot of times. Yep.
Well, that's the thing is a lot of people don't take in consideration. Like, I've ridden a jet ski once or twice. I wouldn't consider myself any
but-
type of
but
jet
you were
ski
riding-
expert, but I've fallen off a jet ski at like 55 miles an hour.
But you
and
were
it
riding
fucking
side
hurts.
saddle.
I was riding bitch.
Yeah.
No, side saddle because you
And
don't
one of
want
my friends got decapitated.
Whoa.
Hold
on.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Yeah.
So first of all, we gotta.
Okay.
We gotta
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
We can't go down. Whoa.
Let's take it to 0 real quick.
And that's hitting
Yeah.
water. And that's water right there. Yeah, that's.
Well, no, he had a head-on collision with another
Oh,
jet ski
Jesus
while racing at the
Christ.
World Finals.
Okay, I'm not jet skiing
Yeah.
anytime soon.
All right, Alec, we
I'm gonna
gotta
stick
go.
to fishing.
Yeah, you know what?
Good night, Alec. Good night,
I
Alec.
haven't
This is
touched
too
one in
real.
like 3 years, so it don't matter. It's all
Okay.
good.
Jeez.
Man.
Wow,
So okay, I can
dude.
see why you got out of jet skiing. So
Tell us why drifting is a
So
sin.
now so
Moving on.
there's like a lot of people has heard that you suddenly got sick after your jet ski career and all that, and then you came back
Yeah.
swinging hard. So can you tell us what happened there?
So when I was racing jet skis, the BP oil spill actually happened right in my backyard, and I didn't know it that they dropped disbursements at the time. So I was in the water every day training for the World Finals, and whenever you're working out, exercising, whatever, your pores are open, and basically my body was like a sponge for the disbursement.
Damn.
So I started losing weight. So I had all this stuff going on. Doctors didn't know what it was. And so 3 years later, I dropped I was at 105 pounds. And I was like on the verge of dying. And they finally found what was causing it. I moved to Texas, then I moved to Orlando. And then finally started getting better. And then basically it was just, I got poisoned by the BP oil spill, and that's why now I'm like
you can say that
digging
without
like the
getting
health
sued.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're allowed to say that you were poisoned by the BP oil spill without getting litigation against you. So we can take that out.
Oh, yeah? Without getting what?
Without getting litigated against, like.
Well, you follow Alec on like social media and stuff. Every now and then, or even your dad. Your dad's obviously your biggest supporter. He's an awesome dude, and he'll post pictures from back in the day. And dude, looking at Alec then and now, like he turned into this.
It's about those
beast.
gains.
Yeah, it's about those gains. It's that pre-workout since 4
Tell
years
me
old.
about your fucking gains.
I know that pre-workout's good. I like it.
So tell me your gains. How many?
I went from that fat Mexican kid with the spiked hair to the chain.
You just described Paco.
me?
You just described Paco.
Paco's Spanish.
Oh
I'm
my
telling you, those
God.
Paco's Spanish.
Gracias.
those off
Gracias.
Facebook.
See.
Don't tell him what the hell you're going to fucking Photoshop in that. Yeah, I'm talking to you, fucking Corey.
Hey, oh boy. So, 2016. What are you changing up personally? How are you going to improve aside from the car?
So we have Injuku as our title sponsor, as you may know.
Yep.
Yeah, hold on that. What? How did you guys work that out to go back together? Because you were with them your first year in FD. You guys split ways a little bit. Injuku, you guys kind of went back to Injuku, reproposed some things. Are they going to be a big part of the build, or like what's their involvement currently?
Yeah, I mean,
Did they dump Pat Gooden for you? What happened to Pat?
Pat's still around.
No, Pat is out of Injuku.
I think
No,
Pat's
what?
still on the team. I think Nate. Well, I don't know if Nate
We'll
has
touch
a
on that
license
in a little
anymore,
bit.
so I don't know what's going on with that.
I was joking.
Hold on a second.
Are
Are you being real, Paco?
Yes.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Did you get in a fist fight with Pat Gooden and then kick him off the team?
This is breaking news to me. I
Yeah,
have no
what's
idea,
that?
Paco. Is this?
Well, we can talk about
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
in a little bit.
So, anyways, you got Injuku back on board. What is what are they doing support wise, or how are they getting involved?
So basically, there's a lot of monetary help with
Right.
also parts, and as you know, they're a big 240 parts dealer, so all the parts help out a ton.
ISR performance.
But the monetary
ISR.
help was the biggest thing, because honestly, we didn't even know if we were going to be able to run this season due to our budget.
Right.
And so we're actually getting very worried after SEMA, not hearing back, yada, yada, yada. And we never had broken ties with Injuku. It was never hard feelings or anything. We always stayed really good friends. It was just we moved away from each other, and then it almost worked for the better and came back out together, you know?
Yeah.
So I think you sometimes have to branch out, have something else happen, then come back together, and it'll work better for both of us.
Right.
Bob Dylan said you got
And
to
so-
let love go to bring it back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and Ken from Injuku is seriously a great guy, and our whole family loves him. He's been nothing but help for us, and he'd give you the shirt off his back, you know, and
Right.
he's just a really outstanding guy.
I'm wearing like 10 of his shirts on the regular.
Just never change out.
Uh-oh.
Sam's been wearing the
Uh-oh.
past 10 shirts for the past 4 weeks.
front and back. So are you gonna be Team Get Nuts or Team Injuku? How's that gonna work?
It'll basically be Injuku as a title sponsor, and then Get Nuts will have a good-sized sticker, but we're not going to have the same livery or the same colors. I'm switching my color.
Whoa.
What Injuku
Yeah.
Nuts color is it going to be? Is it going to be red and hot pink?
No, it has nothing to do with. I'm not a big fan of red, but
Is it a
so
surprise?
I wish I have the livery done. I wish I could
Send it over.
show you
Yes,
on release.
shoot that. Can you attach us to that in the
Shoot
email?
over. We won't show anyone. Wing.
We won't post it on our Instagram or Facebook. So
You pinky promise.
Can you give us any just very vague thing? Something. Give us something.
Give us some
what
dirt.
tires you running? Are you changing tire
Don't
manufacturers?
change the topic, Corey. What
Yes,
color is
I'm
the car?
changing tire manufacturer.
Whoa.
Okay, all right,
Come
Corey.
on, Sam.
Corey dug up a real gem here.
What, Paco?
Yeah, no. So
So
what tires you running?
What did you run before? Actually, you ran Achilles, right?
Yeah, I've been on Achilles.
And so this is gonna be your
And
first year on a
then
new brand. Where are
we
you going?
changed to somebody that you probably wouldn't. I haven't been able to release it, but everything's said and done.
Did this tire
They
manufacturer?
have a new tire coming out.
Okay, hold on. Did the
that
tire
should be better than
manufacturer?
anything.
Did the tire manufacturer take a year off of FD and now they're coming back again? Were they in FD before?
You know what, I don't think they took a year off.
Did they leave
rhyme?
halfway through the season one year?
Does it rhyme with Spalkin?
Or does it rhyme with Spexin?
That's not a rhyme, Corey.
It's one of those two. I can't say
Spexin or Spalkin.
That's cool.
Good.
So you're going to start testing some new tires
I'll
soon?
send you all the livery.
No,
nice.
don't do that. We
Sweet.
can't be trusted with that.
We promise we won't share
And
it.
I'll send you a picture of my dog.
All right, we'll take that.
Just follow him on Snapchat for that. You'll see a bunch of it.
What are you doing as far as body
Well, no,
kits?
this is actually my other dog.
Stop trying to sell your body kits.
Oh,
You're like a
hey,
damn psycho.
what are you doing as far as body kits?
Same with Super Doof, and then we're actually having a custom molded super wide over fenders done. Probably the widest one on the field.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's so
super
wide.
duper. Yeah, the super duper doof.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be nasty. This
Yeah.
car's gonna be fucking. Well, I'm going for real stylish look, and
Yep. Dude, we haven't slept
I
much
would
in the
say-
last. We haven't slept much in the last last 3 days making that shit for
Well, see,
you.
I
and
just don't-
it's looking sweet.
thing is why are you trying to take a stylish route when S's Camaro was the talk of the town?
bro, I mean, I'm trying to match that. That matte
Like-
black. It's just popping.
You're
But-
shitting on Chevy tonight.
Yeah,
Corey.
No,
you gotta do
I'm
something
just talking about the design. Come on.
That's gonna be the title of this podcast: is shitting on Chevy.com.
.com. Email us.
Email us, please.
I mean, it's kind of like Jude Mayne's G4. That thing was just.
oh, cool.
Jesus
Pick on June.
Oh,
he
what
deserves
did
that.
you never do?
That
to
was a
you?
low blow.
Yeah.
That was a low blow
All
right
right,
there.
hold on. Boxing match at Long Beach. June versus Alec.
Yeah.
Who would win?
No hits
I don't think
under the
June
belt.
has ever lifted his arm above his waist in anger.
He'd be like, shh, child. Shh, child.
He's
Just
the
let it
nicest man I've ever had the moment to talk to. I talked to him right
He's
after.
definitely the nicest dude I've ever met in my life.
I talked to him right after he wrapped his S13 into a wall at
Oh my
Long
gosh.
Beach, and he was just like all smiles.
That's the June NATO effect.
June NATO?
He was the only guy I've ever seen to hit every single corner on his car, hitting the wall. So we called it the June NATO.
June
Crop
NATO.
Dustin came
I
up with that
actually
one.
showed my girlfriend that video the other day. She was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, this one happened."
Yeah, do you know what? He's actually selling that engine too out of that car, and it's like
Yeah, I
a
saw
1200
that.
horsepower LS.
Wow.
What's your worst
Uh-oh.
wall to Alec incident?
Definitely Irwindale.
Oh,
That
this
was-
year.
Yeah, he booped it. I got
Oh
a video.
yeah, he booped that. Did
We
you see
have
that meme I made of you,
photos
Alec?
Was it the texting and when Bay texts something?
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah,
horny?
that moment when Bay says she's home alone, it's Alec like ramping over the wall.
Oh, I'm getting to that girl. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Nice.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
car was
skip the next
totaled after that,
part.
right? The car was junk after that.
Yep.
What was engine
Yep.
engine salvageable? Nothing nothing too bad. Is that the same engine you're running?
Oh
this?
yeah, everything but the chassis. I think we broke like a coilover or wheel.
But the chassis was all twerked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah.
other interesting final thoughts for us, Alex Hohnadell?
Oh, I love that. I love it.
Alan-
It's
Alan
actually.
Holdhouse.
Yeah, Alan.
Alan
Jared-
Hohnadell.
So we noticed that Jared hasn't given you a nickname yet.
Oh, that's right.
What do you want as a nickname so we can put the good word?
We know a few people.
We know a few people that can possibly give you some rad nicknames if you're interested. What do you want to be called?
Something to do with schlong. Like schlong.
Schlong?
Maybe like the very long schlong.
Alan Schlonghandle?
Or
Alan the Schlongerstein.
Alec the Long Wang Hohnadell.
Schlong will handle it.
Yeah, he doesn't have a
there's
nickname.
nothing that rhymes with my name.
I can't believe you've been in this for 2 years and you don't have a nickname yet.
Alec Hohnadell and Hart
There was a
Jr.
young gun.
The young
I
gun.
kind of made that myself, which is kind of dumb.
Maybe you made that yourself?
So who do you ask for approval? Hey, Mom, I want to be called the young gun. Would you thumbs up or thumbs down?
Just put a patch on my butt.
Yeah, what do you think, young gun, man?
I feel like it's going to be something really, really cool sounding.
Yeah.
Like hanging
Please
it,
make it
hanging
real
it out
large.
there, hanging
Really
it out
like
there,
those
whole
nicknames
handle.
are-
Yeah.
Like the Norwegian hammer, if you know what that is. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Can we call you the Orlando Hammer?
So you want to be the Little Hammer?
Orlando.
Nate, Nate, we already
No,
got,
Nate's the little hammer.
we got Nate Hamilton, Little Hammer.
Those are Little Tex.
No, you're gonna.
He's little hammer. We've said little hammer.
Yeah,
a few
Little
times.
Hammer. Yeah, he's Little Hammer.
Alec can be the Bro
like
Hammer.
this.
Orlando Hammer.
Or Orlando
Do you live in
Wilson.
Orlando? Where do you live?
The Hammer Handle.
Where are you from
Hohnadell.
originally?
I live in Destin.
Dustin?
You live inside Dustin?
Datsun?
No, I was wondering why he's acting weird lately.
That sounds unhealthy, but he
No.
could fit 2 normal-sized humans in him.
It tickles my vagina.
Oh, God, that's...
I'm gonna
Dropping
shove you up
V-bombs.
there.
Did you say Austin is where you live?
Yeah, where were you?
Do what?
Where were you raised at?
Yeah,
Austin?
where are you raised?
Where I'm at now, Destin,
Destin.
Florida.
Destin, Florida.
It's like a really small
That
city.
sounds like more like a stripper name. Destin, Florida.
Destin to the
You know
floor.
what?
Destin.
I think
Next
I
on
do know something
stage,
in
Destin, Florida.
Maybe it's Destiny.
Where were you from originally?
Same.
He
Here.
hasn't moved. He's been there. He's a
Norway.
Destin native. Him and 6 other people
Yeah, bruh.
have been raised in Destin.
Man.
I've been here since 1995.
Wow, you're Dustin's joy and pride.
Destiny. That Destin.
Destiny's Child.
Alec
I was in a few
Destin
magazines
to
here,
Hohnadell.
so I pretty much run this town.
So you like wave? We're still coming up with a nickname. You like the wave running?
Yep.
You like?
Well, it's not wave run. He's not
No,
running
no
on
way.
the waves. He's
What do you mean? I thought that's what he. What
No,
was he doing?
wave
Making
running,
that
Sam.
wave, if you know what I'm saying.
What do you
Sam
mean?
thinks
Yeah,
wave
that's
running is
really
actually
going.
running on the wave.
I thought you got sick from running too fast and your foot holes pulled up on the toxicants.
I think it should be Alec the BP survivor, Hohnadell.
Come on, we're gonna get sued by Chevy.
The what?
gonna get
We're
sued by
fucking out.
Vibrator?
The
We gotta
vibrator?
shut this thing.
The human vibrator?
All right. Well, now we're on to something.
Yeah, we gotta come. Okay, so
Alec,
Take note,
before we
Jared.
see you in Long Beach, we need to have a nickname, or we got to find a way to get a hold of Jared. Which once we probably know one
All
or
right,
two.
how about this? Whoever comes up with the best nickname, I'll put underneath my wing.
Ooh,
that's
you're
good.
gonna
Yeah.
take one of us under your wing.
Oh, that's cool.
Do we say
Yeah,
underneath
picture
your wing?
all over my wing.
Underneath your Forrest Wang or
Oh.
your Wang Wang?
I'm Wang Wang Jr.
Wang Jr. That's actually a
Nice.
good name for him. Wang Jr. Maybe that's his nickname. No. He
Well,
doesn't want it. He doesn't be
Wang Wang sounds better.
Wang
Sounds
Wang?
more Asian.
We were
Wang Wang.
we were joking
Oh,
about
Wang
it.
Wang?
Wait, you were yoking?
But who's yoking about what?
We already know that. We already know-
Yeah.
We already know Alec is yoked.
Yeah.
We were joking about it last year because everybody is saying like your driving looks so much like Forrest, like just
Little
like
Wang.
bold, like crazy angles, so aggressive. And
Little Wang,
I
yeah.
heard some people calling you Forrest Wang Jr.
I like Little Wang.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, so
Little Wang. That's
Little
awesome.
Wang,
Little
not
Wang.
Little Wang.
Lil Wang,
Lil
like
Wang.
a rap name.
What's up, Lil Wang?
Well, you know
Oh,
what? That's
shit.
funny you guys talk about it. You know, you bring up Forrest Wang. You know, working with him for the past years, has he taught you a lot about either driving style or car setup? Has he been like a mentor to you in some sense or what?
Just say no. And then leave it.
I
at
just say you don't know the guy. I've never heard of him.
that. Say no. Change subject.
Well, who the hell is this Forrest guy you keep talking about?
No, but has he really
But,
done anything for you? Because, like Sam was saying, you know, your style's really
Has he done anything for you?
well in the sense of driving wise. You
I
know,
think
because we
just
talked.
really had the
course he
similar
has.
style.
I know, but that's what I want to see. Is like,
He's not much of a talker.
Do you find him to be
Really,
an
he's
asshole?
very quiet.
Is that what you're asking, Corey?
no.
How much of a piece of
No,
shit do you think
Corey.
this guy is?
Jeez.
Or
No, but has
Okay,
no, but
let him talk.
yeah, but realistically, think about it. Okay, so Forrest has always been known as the guy that has the most style out there. And then, you know, you look at Alex the first year when he was in that, you know, the first setup. And then when he went to Forrest, it's changed. Okay,
Total
and
different,
obviously
yeah.
you'll see video of him in Texas. Obviously, that's probably your most popular video, right? Alec?
Which one?
Your-
Texas, yeah.
Yeah. So you,
what is it? I don't know what it is.
it's like, what was it, Alex? You did like
The-
this
the-
nasty.
Stop calling him Alex. It's Alec.
I
that
call
one.
him Alan.
Oh, the reverse.
Alejandro.
Oh, you're talking
On
about
accident.
his sick reverse entry.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, before you've
scary.
never seen anything like that out of Alec or Alan, I should say.
Alan.
Alan never did anything like that
Alan.
the year before. So you can,
Alan Wang Wang.
Alan Wang Wang. You know, so how much would you contribute any of that to Forrest teaching you something or just being a part of it? Or what has caused you to change your driving style?
He really never taught me much. You know, like we'd communicate back and
asshole.
forth about left foot braking or this or that and being consistent. But I've always wanted to go for that style, the big angle. But previously, the way my car was set up, it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think once I got a similar car setup, it just happened to work out for the best. And I think naturally we have the same aggressive style.
Was it wise? Was it wise fab?
I think-
Do you think that made a big deal?
Yeah.
We're not advertised.
Was it
but
Wise Fab
Hey.
or was it the Doof?
It's probably the doof, honestly.
Right.
It was the big wing, the wide fab, the stance, the V8 Merc and power of the Magnuson.
And the Doof.
This is
So you're saying
Yeah.
the whole car really made the car the car.
Yeah. Right. Everything. There's not just one thing.
Yeah, but this year will be a lot more aggressive. So just
do you promise? You better.
I promise.
Okay, I hope
you
so.
heard it here first, folks. Alan Hohnadell is going to be the most
wang wang.
aggressive.
The most stylish.
You know what's funny about my name?
No. What's funny about it?
Everything.
Streetwise Pro-Am. I have all these checks from like the $1,000 winnings of Podium.
Stop
just can't brag. Okay, Mr. Moneybag, Scrooge McDuck.
No. Trust me, I don't have any money. I got like dollar bills in my Xbox.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I blow it all on strip clubs. With destiny.
Living the life.
But
20-year-old stripper.
And these porn subscriptions,
you know
I can't get away from.
If you're going to be stripping at a strip club, people should be paying you, Alan.
He's paying people to watch. He's like, watch me for 5 minutes. I'll give you $10.
So here's $5. Watch my.
If you touch me, that's an extra 50 cents.
Watch my Carlton. I can do it. Just here's $20. Just watch me Carlton.
All right, so you were saying about
you
your
know
name.
what? I can actually call it really good. Last year at Long Beach, I saw him, and I was actually thinking about doing it. And if I see him this year, I'm definitely going to.
You can. Just hopefully there's no like knee or ankle injuries that will prevent you from doing a Carlton.
So you have to promise this.
Alec,
next time you qualify, you're gonna pull a Carlton.
That's the other
introduction.
Well, here's the other thing, Alec, Alan, Steve, whatever your name is. I don't fucking remember what your name is, Steve. Okay, on the internet, Alan has a great personality. Mm-hmm. You talk to Alan in person, he's actually a quiet guy. Mm-hmm. Alan, why is that? You have this big personality on the internet, but in person you're just like, hey, I'm Alan, what's up?
I think the same thing. I'm really quiet in person. Once I open up, it's completely different. I try to keep my social media very professional, very promotable.
Only the games.
Except for Snapchat. I mean, that's a whole different story.
Well, Corey, for example, on the internet,
strong.
Corey on the internet's a real funny guy, but in person he's a real shithead.
I'm a fucking asshole sometimes.
No, I'm not. Most of the time.
I've been fucking waiting for Corey to screenshot some of my Snapchat shit and Photoshop it. Every time I look at some of my screenshots, I'm like, it's fucking Corey. It's got to be.
Dude, he's in there. He's like flexing, like showing off like his pet. I'm like, all right, this. Probably you have like 30.
I can't even send you a fucking bad picture, like a funny one. I'm afraid you're gonna do some.
Oh, stop! Yeah,
he's going to.
But, like,
wait till we start our.
Serious.
You should be afraid. Don't send him anything questionable.
Yeah,
it's true.
So
we're talking about wing sizes.
Hey, you left us half story away from your
funny name.
Something
story.
funny
you
about
left
your
us
name?
Unsatisfied.
Oh yeah.
Would you mind
That's
completing?
happened like 5 times.
Could you complete the story?
Oh, but every single check is spelled different. I have on a date, Alan. I have Alec, and then like every single check is spelled completely wrong.
And that's why you still have the enormous checks, so you can't cash any of them because they're like, we need to see some ID. We need to see some ID, Alan Blomadale.
I'm gonna need a second proof of identification.
I'm broke and need this fucking money.
So a good question that I think that you and Corey could probably answer. With those giant checks, like they give you a smaller one, right? You don't actually have to bring that big one into the bank.
You know what? I thought I was actually going to take to the bank and actually ask my mom, and the check came in like 2 weeks later. I'm so happy.
Yes.
And address like a bigger issue that I've always kind of thought now that I have started drifting 3 years ago. But like you must spend thousands and thousands of dollars at an event, and then like you win and you get $1,000. Like I know it's something. It's something. It's not nothing.
I think FD right now you get paid $5,000 to win.
An event.
Yeah, it's 5.
Which I mean, honestly, that's got to be a cool bonus to your program, which is cool. But
I wish it was more.
Well,
I mean, obviously every driver wishes it was more.
Right.
Alan. Let's talk about this. From, let's say, the lowest team running an FD to the highest team running an FD, what would you say that budget gap is from the cheapest guy to the highest guy? What do you think the lowest guy pays? What do you think the highest guy pays?
I think the lowest guy, on the tightest budget you can imagine, can make the series with 70, 80 grand.
For the whole series?
For the whole series. And give us an example.
That doesn't include car. That's just travel.
Well, what would be considered low budget? What do you get for 70, 80 grand? Where would you be staying? What would that expense go to?
No car, right?
You could have an older truck, single cab, with an open trailer, or maybe a smaller enclosed, and then you could have some decent for like Pro 2 or Pro-Am car, then show up on limited tires, limited fuel, pay all the entry fees, have 1 or 2 mechanics, and try to do the best you can with what you got. But the car's going to be a few seasons old. I mean,
Okay.
it's definitely not going to be top of the line cars.
Great point. Now, to even cover your season off of winnings, what's the chance of you winning running that type of budget and team? Yeah. Can you get that $35,000 back
It's
out?
like on Dumb and Dumber when the girl tells him it's 1 in a million, and you're still got a chance. You still got to keep pulling for it.
But just to clarify, this $80,000 budget you're talking about, this does not include the build of the car. This is just your travel and expenses for one season. This has nothing to do with the car, right?
I'd say the build of like a car that you've been progressively building over the past 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, because
you've been running Pro-Am, Pro-1, or Pro-2, Pro-1. You know, it's like having that same car for years and years and years.
The village bicycle.
You know.
I
mean, some people are still out there on some, like, not that great of diffs, like some Megan coils, you know, this and that. It's just not really the right
Alec
setup.
Hohnadell, never getting sponsored by Megan Racing. Cool.
Hey, but you know what's funny?
Megan style.
Welcome to our new podcast, Shitting on Sponsors.
No, okay.
Watch drivers ruin their future sponsors.
See, I find it really, no offense, I found it really interesting talking to Alan because it's, you know, obviously I've been out of the sport for 2 years, but it's still that same style of outlook that a lot of these people do have. Like,
Depressed?
no, just well, because we've been there, being that new guy coming in, and you could probably, you know, talk about your first year, but how, you know, what eye-opening was it running your first year in FD?
I mean, that was definitely a season I'll never forget, running through all the problems, all the setup failures, you know, whether it's something simple as tire pressure or suspension or even just getting the track styled in, because that's a whole different ball game once you get to that level of tracks and where they want you on each flipping point, you know. And Pro-Am is hard, don't get me wrong, but compared to FD, there's so much you have to learn, so much you have to do to progress, you know. And I think Pro-2 is a good step to help that come in place.
And when you go into Pro-1, being a very skilled 20-year-old, obviously, but you've got dudes like the original Drift Alliance guys and Dai and even Gucci, like these dudes that have been doing it since you were only 8 years old and like fucking your 13th girl.
Well, okay, it's funny because I don't know if you remember, but I remember. Do you remember your first run in ever competing in FD? Do you remember your first run?
And you know what? I mean, obviously it was Thursday practice at Long Beach or whatever, but I think it went decently well. I wasn't anywhere near the walls, you know, because Long Beach is a course you really don't want to fuck up on.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny.
I mean, you really just try to make a name for yourself that very first run.
So my first run,
let them know
it went a little like this.
I think I remember.
All right,
actually.
it was practice at Long Beach, and I'm sitting on grid. I don't know if you felt the same way. I was like, holy fuck. I'm sitting next to Forsberg.
I can't even
There's
see.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
All right, there's, I don't know who that's, June Mang out there smoking a cigarette.
But there's a wall in front of me.
So
you can't see the exit of the
you
corner.
you literally have this. You have this feeling of like, what the fuck did I just get myself into? And I remember my first run, I was like, all right, I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to go just try to link the course. So I went out there. I try to link the course. I get on the radio. Dustin, I just fucking killed it, dude. And I see the video, and it's like me just driving fucking straight through the whole course.
It's got to be terrifying.
You're just so pumped that you're even on the course at that time.
I can't imagine.
And I remember lighting up with Essa because
God.
that was a year after he won the championship.
Yeah.
And holy fuck was I nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, I have this championship dude right next to me
Just don't
that I've never
hit his
even
car.
spoke to.
And
If I screw up right now, I look like the biggest retard out there.
well, think
And
about
I'm
what
gonna be
he's
very-
thinking.
Yeah, he must have been terrified.
He's like, I'm
Yeah, I
sliding
know.
up
I'm
next to
like,
this fucking
what is-
rookie in a purple
What
car.
are his spotters thinking right now, you know? Like,
all right, this kid
what's
can't
the
see
tire
over his
changer
steering
even
wheel.
thinking?
Be careful.
He's like, I'm fucking 30
I
years
wonder if
old.
he's even hungry.
Yeah, Esso's probably like, I'm 35 years old. I'm fucking married, have kids. I'm running against a 19-year-old. What the fuck am I doing here?
I can't imagine.
He
that.
actually didn't leave me much of a gap, which I was surprised by.
Yeah, he trusted you. He saw what you
Yeah.
were throwing out. That's
I'm
gotta be
glad
insane.
he trusts me because I didn't trust myself.
Which we're not really going to see much anymore. You know, granted, people are going to go from Pro 2 to Pro 1. You know, Pro 2 is not doing Long Beach right now. But I can't imagine the dudes going from Pro-Am, like you and Corey had to do, to fucking Long Beach.
The only person I could see that doing is Alec Fieldrun.
Yeah, we already talked about that jerk.
Because
and
he was a
his
really good
monster
driver.
Car. Yeah,
Right.
his monster car.
Yeah, I mean, that car was bad, too.
He could have been top 8 in Pro 1 this year.
Well, that's the
we're
thing
saying,
is,
but
how many, Alec, obviously you still being involved heavily with like Pro-Am and seeing it out there. Alan. I'm going to call you Alan or Steve from here on out. But, okay, think about this. Think about the Pro-Am guys. How would you compare their cars to Hillebrand's car? I don't think there's any other Pro-Am guy besides maybe Haugen and like one other people that have a car that compete in Pro 1. Do you know of any?
That Chilean money.
No, I really don't even know of many people with cars that can compete in Pro 2,
Right.
I mean, it's just, even to that gap is a big jump because you're still dealing with people that have Pro Lane cars like Alex did or Dan Burkett or this and that, I mean, those are still top-of-the-line cars that you're having to go against. It's not like you're going against a lot of Pro-Am guys that have 400 or 500 horsepower and trying to make it a Pro 1 and then go to build a new car. A lot of these people either completely rebuild their Pro-Am car or they just start fresh with a new chassis and just go all out.
Where is Hildbrun going to place at the end of 2016 in Pro 1?
If he doesn't get choked up, because I've never really talked to him. I don't know if he's one of those drivers that kind of screws himself over
you're
or
saying
that's really going to make it to the top.
You got it on record here. Alan Hohnadell says that Hildbrun is a real dickhead. Is that what you're trying to say?
In short.
He's what?
A real dickhead.
Oh. No, I have no problem whatsoever.
What do you
And
have
nor do
against
I want to because I heard he's
South
like a
Americans,
prince or
dude?
something.
What's your big problem with him?
Well, he's a prince. I'm trying to be nice, like, I like the dude. He seems cool. I like his driving style.
I
It's
can't wait
wild.
till he gets on the
kind
show.
of like mine, all out, hoping he's going to make it.
No, he was so much fun to watch in Pro 2 this year. Where, I mean, this is a really easy question to answer. Where are you going to place in 2016?
Where am I? I'm hoping... I'm going for the top 3 podium at the end of the year.
Dude, that's fucking pretty high goals, dude. Come on.
Hey,
Yeah, I
take
know.
it down, man. Take it down. Come on.
But I think with this new build, it's definitely going to progress my style even more. And we're kind of close. I mean, we finished 10th or whatever, and then we were sitting in the 8th or 7th spot for a little while. And if I wouldn't have fucking wrecked in Canada or Hohnadell and made it top 16, I guess Canada didn't even matter. Hohnadell, if I would have made it top 16, top 8, I think I definitely would have finished 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
But due to that not happening, I finished 10th, and I'm still very happy with that.
Yeah, and you're
But
rookie
I'm definitely
of
going
the
to
year.
charge a lot harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I wasn't rookie of the year. I was most advanced driver.
Oh, you piece of shit.
That fucking sucks.
second, who was
Laid
rookie
it
of
down
the
me, bro.
Who was
Yokoi.
rookie? Yokoi was rookie of the year last year, but the year before,
He's
who
like,
was?
he's not a fucking rookie.
No,
Stoneback.
Stoneback was the rookie of the year for.
Oh, no. But that was
Hohnadell's year.
That was
Hohnadell's rookie
2
year
years
was Stoneback.
Yeah.
ago. Okay.
They
Yeah.
started at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, my rookie of the year was Daigo, so fuck that.
Did you place
You
better?
got fucked.
You placed better than Stoneback this year, right?
Yeah, he got 10th. We could look at the.
Yeah.
So suck it, rookie of the year of 2014.
Hi, Jeff.
Got him.
Can't wait to talk to Jeff next time.
Anything else you want to add? Anybody you want to plug?
Any
Where can we
honeys?
find you on social media?
Any-
What's your story, dude?
Any honeys you want to sup?
What's my story on social media?
Yeah, no. What's your soul? What do you want to plug? Where can we find more about this 19 or 20-year-old Greek god body that
Bodybuilder.
drives drift cars for Wangtown?
Well, if you want to see that, just go to Snapchat at, I don't even know if it's at, I don't know, Alec Hohnadell 11.
How spell
Might
it,
change
spell
to
it out?
Alan, so be prepared.
Alan Hammertell.
That's gonna be hard. To
I'll make a
spell,
special Snapchat for y'all.
There you go.
And then Instagram's just my name, Alec Hohnadell.
Again, no one has
And
no
then,
idea how to spell your name, as you've mentioned.
Yeah,
We'll
but
have
you know
to-
what? I'm
we'll-
just going to confuse everybody.
All right, you got A, L,
A-L-E-T.
N.
STEVE.
What?
Stephen Dell. Learn hard.
Junior.
Oh, you have a great dang night, Alex. We'll see you on the grid in
Long Beach.
I
Cool.
won't see y'all before then. Shit.
All right, see you next Friday.
All right, dude. We'll see you around, Alec. Thanks for chatting with us. I know it's 4 a.m. there, so.
Thanks, Alan.
Hey, thanks for calling, man.
It's 10:30.
Oh, okay. It's not that bad.
All right. Well, you should be in bed. Streetlights are on. All right, Steve. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All
Bye.
right,
Hey, take
bye,
care,
Alan.
man. Have a good one.
That guy's a
Jesus,
That guy's
what
a
an
fucking
asshole,
jerk.
man. Wow.
So first of all, he's waving his dick around like, oh, I
got money under my Xbox. That must be fucking nice.
Yeah, I don't have anything under my Xbox.
That he couldn't stop talking about his wave running championship and how
world championship.
Sorry, the world championship. How like we do like a triple backflip on the wave runner.
Corey's side saddle wave runner championship.
Dude,
he doesn't want to break his hymen.
No, I just want to ride on the back. Reverse. Yeah, I'm fine just going for a cruise.
Dude, I can't stand the guy. Let's never again, please. Sorry.
Can we just delete that?
How do you?
No guest this episode. Sorry, guys.
I know.
We're gonna have. Yeah, that was a 50-minute waste of our time.
That was a mess.
Wow.
Okay. Still don't even know his name, but
stupidest 20-year-old ever. Okay, so again, we keep on going into these like reflections of a past. Like 20 years old, what was I doing? I was so concerned about just like not sucking in college algebra. I was like trying to make out with some girl in a dorm. Like I had maybe driven my car fast once, and this dude has gone from grassroots dirtbag
to podium.
Yeah, backyard burnouts in his T40
like to FD1 fucking competitor.
Podium, dude.
Podium and competitor. Yeah, like he is definitely something in consideration. For
well, you think about that. Second year in FD, top 10 in points.
That's nuts.
That's pretty ridiculous.
What were you doing second year in FD, Corey?
Fucking nothing. Same year I did the first year.
How are you going to suck less this year? What's your plan?
Well, that's the thing is, for me, do you know what I go into? I'm setting the bar low the first 2 years. Because, you know what? Even if you do one thing better, you're already going in the right direction.
What I think one of your major downfalls was eating 10 hot dogs on grid right before each run. Because even if you weren't hungry, you're like, no, I've heard this on the internet. The hot dog pre-initiation.
No. See, what I YouTubed it. I typed in comfortable food.
Comfort food.
What do you do if you're nervous and then people resort to food, chocolates, hot dogs,
the Kobayashi,
and then I watched the Kobayashi diet. So I tried to cram in 4 hot dogs.
Yep.
And it didn't work. I wasn't my comfort.
Mustard was all over the brake pedal the whole time.
Yeah, it was
it's
crazy.
hard to left foot brake when
crazy.
your left foot's fucking.
So covered. Heinz 57, and if you guys are looking for a hot dog drifter.
Yeah, because Chevy, you're out. Sorry guys.
Lucas is out.
Lucas is out. Megan. None of us. They're not gonna.
Yeah, we're going driving your bug-eyed Subaru.
All right, so
Subaru's out.
Hebrew National, Heinz, hot dogs.
Hey, they answered to a
Wiener Schnitzel.
Let us know, guys, if you
want.
We're
here. If you guys need 3 babes,
please
contact us through
the
links below.
Paco, how do we contact you?
How to contact me? You can follow me on Instagram at. Is that how you say it?
www
for the Instagrams.
Yep.
www at Topher Driftvan. You can also follow me on
Topher Grace
at 2F Performance.
That's a good one. I've heard of them. I see them.
Yeah, they're okay.
They're not a bad guy. The owner's a dick though.
Yeah.
2 fucks.
What about you? Sam?
You're gonna find me on the internet at
chat line with Sam.
Drift Idiot.
Can you spell that for us, please?
DRIFTADIOT Hohnadell.
There you go. .com.
HTTP.
Drift Idiot all over the place on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook.
Twitter? Do you Twitter at all? You dabble on Twitter.
Well, I literally
You're
have
Twitter.
Like 2 basic tweets. Everything else is just whatever I Facebook goes to Twitter.
I think it's like Twitter just became like old politics. There's nothing
there's some dudes that kill it on Twitter. People will see through my guys on Twitter. They know like this guy doesn't actually update. He's just connected to his Facebook, and I've got no one that cares what I say.
I gotta check out your Twitter.
Corey,
sounds pretty interesting.
It is. Rutledge, American Top Gear host. So I shot with Rutledge Wood for American Top Gear, not of American Top Gear with Chris Forsberg for Garage Tours.
Yeah.
And
look at that.
And I found out that he was already into our shit. So I think he actually called out Tofu Drift Fan. He has watched like Tofu Drift Fan. He watched Corey and sponsor me. He watched Drift Idiot. That dude is so into cars. And,
dude, yeah, Rod has that super sick van.
Yeah, he's got a Scion XB 2JZ powered. He's got some
rear-wheel drive.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, he hollered at me on Twitter the other day, and I felt really good. Yeah.
Well, I hope you're listening, Rod.
He's not. If he is,
he has nothing to do.
If he's not listening, fuck you, Rutledge. If you are listening, Rutledge, dude, thank you so much.
Dude, you're the fucking best guy.
You're the best guy.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. I watched Top Gear America.
I was tall and look a little bit like.
Dude, you do look like Rutledge.
Let me use your glasses real quick.
Okay.
Let me see.
All right.
For those only listening and not watching the visual portion, Paco looks like Rutledge with glasses
my God.
on.
Hi, welcome to Top Gear America.
Just like that.
You sound just like
that
him.
impression is
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Lil Rutledge.
My name is Rutledge Wood, and I'm here. Where do you live?
You sound like a soccer commentator.
Go!
Vuvuzela. Hold on, do it again. I'll do Vuvuzelas.
Okay.
Corey, we both got Vuvuzelas.
Ready.
Y avanza Ronaldinho por la segunda. Avanza, corre el
No,
pase.
that's not Rutledge.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about like a
No, do Rutledge.
Rutledge.
And we'll do Vuvuzelas.
Welcome to Top Gear America. Is it Top Gear America or Top Gear USA?
We're Vuvuzelas. We can't talk.
Top Gear USA.
Vuvuzelas don't talk.
Tonight on Top Gear, I'm gonna be driving my crazy van with a hot rod engine on it. And we have with me we have
Tanner Faust.
Tanner Faust.
Tanner Faust and Steve Winwood.
Is that what his name is?
I don't know.
No, it's oh man, I can't forget.
Dude, my Vuvuzela almost went out halfway through. It started breaking.
You got to put a battery back in.
How can you see through these things, Corey? Like everything just like moves like this.
Like that? For
Yeah,
people
it's
for
crazy.
people not being able to watch Paco swinging his head back and forth.
Yeah. Well, this is Rutledge Wood. Goodbye,
Signing
guys.
out. This
Signing
is-
out.
Hey, whoa.
And here's Paco.
This is T Fau signing out.
Oh, so you got your Twitter? Okay, you guys just link my.
What are you?
Hold on.
You're street regular.
No, you. What was it?
The
Corey
Aberrash.
Hosford on everything.
Corey Hosdog.
Corey Hosdog, Corey Hosworth, Cody the Horse Hosworth,
We
or
got
Corey
Hos the
Hosford on
Boss.
everything.
You got at Street Standard.
At Street Standard,
At Corey Hosford.
at Corey Hosford,
At-
www.atcoreyhosford.com,
At Crop Dustin.
at Crop Dustin. He's in there too.
At
But
Twins Dragons.
Slash
Slaters,
hashtag.
hash browns. All right, dudes. What do you say?
I think I'm just gonna end it on hash browns.
All right, perfect.
Oh my god.
See
All
ya.
right. Well, have a good one, guys.
Later, assholes.
Fucking dakes.